What's up, listeners? This is Work is Art. I'm your host, Rob Shwob, the Warlord, here with my co-host. If you only knew, it's the one, the only, Angry Drew, the Work is Art podcast. Two MMA fans shooting the shit, talking the shit, smoking some shit, and fucking shit up. Find us on iTunes, YouTube, SoundCloud, and Twitter at Work is Art Podcast.
Episode 4, UFC Pittsburgh, Part 2.
I wonder how it would be to get in a fight high.
You would forget your high pretty quick.
You think
Unless
so?
you're fucking stoned.
Yeah. Every team in the AFC West is looking so good but us, man.
Bullshit. It is some bullshit. Sweet's alright. It's not the best sweet in the world. Smokes too easily.
Is this Corey's?
Yep.
Yeah. Did he ask you about me?
No.
Huh? He will.
When's UFC 216?
I don't know who's fighting.
Ray Borg and Mighty Mouse?
Nah, who cares?
I know. Who gives a fuck?
Mighty Mouse sucks, man. I hate him.
Mighty Mouse is so lame.
He's so fucking boring, dude. Like, fight somebody that we care about, man. Like, anybody in the fucking streets could beat up the... I mean, I'm just saying, like... Those are small dudes. At least face tough small dudes, you know? Like, at least... Dude, face TJ Dillashaw. TJ Dillashaw beat the brakes off Mighty Mouse. He's good, man.
TJ?
Yeah. I did call that submission, huh? I totally forgot about that. That was a submission. We were just talking about that. That's funny. I told you, man. His ground game is just on another level from everybody's, man. There's no
I was
game's-
not expecting that from David Branch. That was the worst performance ever.
Dude, he did good, man. He overachieved, dude, in that fight. Honestly, he did.
I mean, yeah,
He
that
hurt
was a
him in
great first
he
round,
won a
but
round. No one expected him to win a round.
I don't know. Just tapping the strikes is just... It's just not very fighter.
I don't know, man. You hear David Branch's explanation about it, and he's a veteran, dude. Like, he knows what he's doing. He's like, dude, I couldn't get out of that position. He's like, I need to live to fight another day. He's like, I'm doing good right now in my career, you know?
Yeah, but he always has excuses. He's just not a fighter's fighter. He's not a fighter's fighter. You know, he's not a...
Dude, that's the exact same thing that Conor McGregor did. He just gave up his neck. His only people do that.
Okay,
like,
when David Branch is Conor
he gave up
McGregor...
his neck, it means that the person is getting beat up so bad that they're looking for a way out of the fight. But so they're like, oh, I'll just get submitted, you know? That's pretty much what Conor did, dude.
I think David Branch's corner should have threw in the towel.
Yeah. He was getting fucked up, man.
But to have your fighter...
to make him tap... Yeah,
to make him tap?
Yeah, dude, you know what that was really similar to?
What?
The Chris Weidman fight. Same position and everything.
Yeah, but Chris Weidman's a fucking warrior.
Yeah, he is. He's a champion.
Chris Weidman's a fucking
He's a
warrior.
champion, dude. There's a difference. When you're the fucking UFC middleweight champion of the world, dude, there's no way...
You're right. That was pretty much the exact
he's
same
a champ.
position.
Yeah. But Chris Weidman took that beating for about another whole round, dude.
Because Chris Weidman's a fucking man.
Bad. It took him a long time to recover.
Yeah, it took him like 5 fights to recover.
we still don't know if he's fully back.
I think a lot of it is mental too. I think
it's all together. It's all of it.
You know, minus like the brain damage. Not talking about brain damage, just talking about like emotional, mental.
Yeah.
Like I think, I think he needed to win, man. He's fighting the best of the best of the best. Chris Weidman's a fucking man. Chris Weidman would never tap the strikes. He would just get his head beat in. Donk, donk, donk.
Yeah, so would fucking Gegard Mousasi. So would fucking... Oh my god, who is that?
Is it a woman?
Holy shit. Look
Whoa.
at her body.
What the heck is she wearing?
What?
She looks like a porn star. Her legs are so thick.
Dude, she's thicker than a Snickers.
That is a body made for having sex.
You want to know something cool? She has no idea that... This is why you need tinted windows, dude. They're awesome. And I got the darkest ones. They won't even sell these in California. I mean, you can get them, but it's totally illegal. Look at this, dude. No one has any idea we're looking at them right now. How awesome is that? Dude, this is... I think I was like where you're parked, where it's even darker, and the dude parked right there in the car. And I literally watched all, and you can't even see in the car this way either, because the back's dark, you know. And he was like walking over here right by me, dude, and just didn't even know. At one point, he was over there. I thought he looked at me, like saw me, but I guess he didn't. He kept doing what he was doing. Because when I got out of the car, he was real surprised. That was so funny. He's like, "What's in my car?"
Really?
And I was like, "Where's the keys?" And he had the keys in his hand. And it was like a Ford truck, and his was a Ford, so it must have been like, and I was like, then put them in the ignition. He's like, "This is my car, man, leave me alone." And I'm like, "Then whose fucking car is that, bro?" And I was being real cool about it, you know, I was like, "Well, whose fucking car is that, bro?" And he was like, "What car?" He's like, "I drove this car here, you know?" And then he was like, "But I'm about to walk home," is what he told me. And I'm like, "What?" Like, dude, okay, you know, clearly something's not adding up here.
He's a thief.
Yeah.
It pisses me off.
So you gotta lock your car.
Pretty sure I'm gonna end up beating up that old guy at the gym.
What?
I just think it's because he's not afraid. Like we've gone into it where I was straight up like, "Fuck you, man, you're a fucking bitch."
What was he saying?
He's just, dude, I don't know. Some people just, you know.
Why don't you just tell the people that work there?
Because I mean, really though, he's not doing anything, and he has a relationship with the people. His relationship with the people that work there. They go and they open up the employee cleaning supplies locker for him. He's like a weirdo, and I'm pretty sure he's bullshitting with the ADD. He's like, "Oh, I just have really bad ADD. It helps with my."
He's a Mexican?
No, he's an old white guy. Then I'm like, then go out there and fucking put weights away. I'm like, you need to clean up the whole bathroom. Go outside, put some weights away. I'm like, fuck, you come to the gym, get a freaking work. He's like, "Oh, he's always like, oh, you need to stop taking steroids. That's why you have such a bad temper."
Dude, this sounds hilarious,
dude. He knows what he kind of reminds me of myself because he's talking. Yeah, well, he's not afraid. He knows I'm not gonna put my hands on him, so he just keeps talking. He says whatever he wants, you know. We've gotten into it.
That's funny. How old is he?
I'm like, you're an old motherfucking thief, and that's his trigger. He's like, "I'm not a thief."
Really?
Yeah.
Dude, how do you meet these people, dude?
Because he's at the gym almost every night. He's at the gym almost every day. We go at it. And one time I was like, man, one time I was like, the first time, the first time that I met him, I was like, Sue, I don't think so. He doesn't look like that kind of. Well, I guess kind of.
Dude, everyone's that.
Seems pretty freaking rotten. One time I was like, one time a dollar went missing on my locker. That was probably you, huh, motherfucker? And then he was like, "I would never steal. You should lock your stuff up." I don't know. It was he just talks like he doesn't stop talking, you know, so he just gets you more mad. Yeah. And the last time I saw him, I'm being serious. I'll take a picture of him next time,
dude.
It's like an old white guy.
How do you get into it with him? He's always in the locker. He's never out
because
there?
I'll see him, and usually I go, ugh, and I'll just walk over to the next area, and then I'll see him like scope me out, like literally. Like there's 1 area, 2 area, 3 area. He's right here, so I'm like, I'm just gonna go to the next one, and then he'll come and he'll like this. I'm serious. Like he'll like look over the lockers. And I usually stop what I'm doing and I look at him and he's gone by then, you know. And then he'll come back whistling with like a rag with Windex on it or something and start like wiping on the lockers right next to me. Whenever I go in there, he suddenly needs to do something.
If it's at that point where it's that uncomfortable, then it's not like you can knock the motherfucker out. I mean, you can't easily, but you can't. You gotta just tell the people that work there.
No, I'm pretty sure I decided the next time I have an issue with them, I'm gonna slap them.
How old is he?
65.
You can't slap a 65-year-old man, dude. Honestly, if I saw someone slap a 65-year-old man, I'd smack him, dude.
I'm pretty sure I'm the villain in this, no matter what. But fuck this guy. I fucking hate him. Well, it's either that or wait till he goes to his car and then jump him.
Dude, how can you be letting a 65-year-old man get the better of you?
He doesn't really. I'm just being dramatic, but.
Dude, you gotta tell him that work there, man.
You can't tell him what.
Be like, dude, this dude's fucking.
No, he knows everybody. He knows all the night people there. He knows the gay, weird old guy.
You gotta go during the day.
Just always goes
talk to the manager during the day. Then that's what you gotta do. You know?
I don't really see what any of that would accomplish. Like telling on him.
That would make me not want to go there anymore. I would avoid that, dude.
I do. No, I've told him, I was like, "Hey, listen, man, don't ever talk to me again." Last time I saw him, I was like, "Don't ever talk to me again."
It gets that bad to the point where you're like, "Don't ever talk to me again."
Yeah, I was like, "Yo, man, he's just a faggot. He's just a faggot."
Dude, don't say that. Dude,
he is like.
He's. You can't say that.
It all started when I was there, and the first time that I really noticed him, that we had our exchanges, I went there, and I had a headache, and he literally opens every door in the locker room, and then after he sees what's in it, he slams it. And so by the time he got in my area, I'm just like not doing what I'm doing. I'm mad dogging him because I'm pissed.
Should have just been like, bro, can you wait?
And so I didn't say anything, right? Because usually when I'm in a bad mood, I try to give the other humans the benefit of the doubt. I'm like, it's probably me. So I go mind my own business. I have my hard workout. I go in the shower. I take a shower, and I just hear him complaining like, oh, people never pick up after themselves. This is an hour later, and he's still cleaning up the locker room. And he's like picking the towels up off the ground, and I finish what I'm doing. I take my towel off, and I have like, it's not like a ritual, but I do the same thing every day, I shower, and then I dry myself, and then I dry my feet, and then I dry my sandals that my feet are on, and then I dry the floor after I put my feet back in my sandals. So I do that, and I'm putting my pants on, and he stops, and he looks at me, he's like, can you make sure you put that towel in the dirty clothes when you're done? And I looked at him like, you don't need to worry about what I'm doing. Why? Of course I'm going to put my dirty towel in my done. He's like, oh, you weren't going to put it in there. And that, from right there, it just went downhill.
He said you weren't going to put it in there?
Yeah. He's just, and I was like,
how would you know, bro?
Yeah, it just went down the hill from there. It just went downhill from there.
Jeez.
That was how it all started. Fuck that guy. Yeah. It always ends with me telling him, fuck you. So, it's just, I just see him and I just walk past him.
Dude, but saying like fuck you to an old ass man, like, that's pretty brutal, man. That's an old dude, man.
I already decided that when I stop seeing him, it's probably because he's dead, and I don't care.
You don't care if he dies?
No, man, that would be a benefit to me.
You
he doesn't
hate
have
him
any.
that much?
That I want him to die?
Yeah.
Yeah, my life would benefit if he died.
He makes your life hell, then, dude.
No, he doesn't make my life hell. It's just he makes about 20 minutes in the gym at night. Pretty irritating.
And what time is this that all this is happening?
Like 1:30, 2. I could smack him up.
If he was 40 or under, I'd say hit him. But he's about 25 years past that. He's one of me past 40.
He's 3 times my age. He has all white hair. He's a faggot, though.
Is he buff? A big guy?
He's a skinny little thing. He's every time he accuses me of being on steroids, I'm like, go outside and exercise. You just don't know what that's like.
Yeah.
Some shit. I don't know. I'm usually more clever.
I'm usually more. It's funny that he accused you of being on steroids.
It's usually more clever because I'm furious.
Why did he accuse you of being on steroids? It's weird.
I don't know. Lots of people joke around that I'm on steroids.
Really, I've never gotten that once in my whole life.
You've never gotten that once in your whole life.
No.
That's not true. At jiu-jitsu, I feel like people tell me all the time I'm on steroids.
Really?
And I'm just like, man, all these people pull some weak-ass bitches. Yeah, man, that old guy, though, he sure roused me up. I'm pretty kind.
Really bugged me, man.
I'm a pretty kind human, too.
That would really bug me.
There's a whole gang of people at night. There's the old gay guy who always just hangs out in the sauna and has to tell everybody that he's gay.
You should just go to the one on Sycamore, man. It's closer to where you live anyway.
No, I like that gym for the most part. Minus that, I need to learn his name. Yeah, I hate his guts. I told myself too, after the first time that we got into it, I was like, next time I see him, I'm gonna apologize, and I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna set it right, and not have issues with this guy. And then the next time we saw each other, it was just like, dude, I don't know, we just did a mix.
So every day this happens?
Huh? Nah, I'd say
every other
4 out of 5 nights.
Damn, dude. How long are your exchanges?
No, we don't talk anymore. Now I just go in. And I see him, and he looks at me, and then we both just look away. We both just look away.
You both don't want people.
We both just avoid each other. Neither of us want any of it. We both say hi to the same people, and we just mind our own business.
That's funny, dude. Dude, this sounds hilarious.
I thought about it. It does sound pretty funny.
I've never had real like someone like that.
He looks like Steve Martin. You know Steve Martin?
Yeah, that motherfucker looks annoying. There's been like dudes that like I mad dog a lot at the gym just because they mad dog me, and I hate when people mad dog me.
I'll forgive a mad dog, but because I'll hold a stare.
I don't even look at people, man. That's what I'm saying. Like, I know I'm not mad dogging them, so why are they mad dogging me? There's a reason why, you know? Because I know I'm not doing it to them. Because I know, like, growing up, you know about mad dogging is like, it's not like other countries where you could look. Dude, in Afghanistan, they'll look at you like this. Like, they'll walk 50 feet away and still be looking at you, man. Honestly, it's like, my first trip to Afghanistan, I got into it with Afghanis, dude, because they were like, I was like, what the fuck are you looking at, bro? And I'd be like, hey, tell this mother what the fuck he's looking at to the Turk. I'd be like, tell this motherfucker what the fuck you looking at, you know? Because all they do is look at you while you're eating, while anything, dude. They look at you and they smile and they talk to each other, dude. It's because they think you're pretty, honestly, that's why. Dude, all Afghanis are gay. Every single one of them. You didn't know
I believe
that?
it.
No, I'm not even exaggerating. On Thursdays, they all fuck each other.
I believe it.
Yeah, they fuck little
For the
boys,
most part.
too.
Yeah, I believe all that for the most part. Not
People
just
believe it,
Afghanis,
man,
not
like,
just Afghanis, just
you tell
primitive
liberal that,
cultures do
dude.
that. You know what? I think there's pedophile problems in our government and in our big industries right now.
That's like some big conspiracy shit right there.
I think that happens a lot. You hear stories all the time, like
not,
urban
man.
myths, like how Will Smith had to get fucked in the ass by his agent before he could come out of movies. Like, there's all kinds of rumors like that. There's all kinds of, you know, Will Smith's a little, like, I like Will Smith, man, but, he's a little, you know. There's a lot of rumors that he lets other guys fuck his wife. I'm just saying, you know.
What do you come up? Because you also said, oh, Tim Allen sold heroin. No, he didn't. Like, what are you talking about?
I didn't say that. I said he sold cocaine.
Dude, he sold cocaine in the 80s, and it wasn't like a huge deal.
It's true, though.
Yeah, but you're like, he's a piece of shit person or something. Like, why? Because he sold cocaine in the 80s?
No, because he ratted on people to get a lesser sentence.
How do you know?
Because that's what he got convicted for.
Not for ratting, for selling.
Yeah, and then he got off early because he told on 2 people.
Sometimes you gotta rat, dude. You know? Like, you hate the motherfuckers? What if they ratted him out first?
I don't hate most people.
Like,
I hate very few people.
You know, I remember when we got jumped in La Costa Canyon, and I fucking ratted every single one of those motherfuckers out. Fuck them,
That's
dude.
not ratting.
You know?
It's different. He was in a
no
situation.
one else was gonna tell people who was there. Like,
he was in a situation where he had
I'll
done
rat if I have
something wrong.
to.
Ratting is when you do something wrong.
That's not ratting. Yeah, like, that's not ratting.
That's ratting. You're the one who said that was ratting. I don't know where you were going with that.
Because I'm saying, what if he did the same thing? That's why.
You know who else is a piece of shit?
Dude,
but I like him? Chael
dude.
Sonnen. Chael Sonnen's a piece of shit.
Chael Sonnen's the fucking man. He's a gangster, dude. He's serious.
Yeah, he's also like he you know, I don't know, like, I'm just saying on paper, you know, like, he committed fraud, but really what he did is it's like when you buy a car and you crash it and you just make sure it's total before the guy comes.
Yeah, but why is he a snitch, though? Like, he never ratted on anybody. Dude, he always says that. He's like, he's like, oh, like, I'm a gangster. He's like, the FBI wants me. I never ran on anybody. That's what he says. Like,
yeah, he also says that he's still undefeated.
Dude, you're just a hater, man.
I'm just saying, you know.
No one's saying Chael Sonnen's the best fighter in the world.
But,
no, he's not saying that.
But it
either.
sounds like you're saying that he's a super honest guy.
I just think he's a gangster, dude. That's what I think. That's what I think, man.
I like Chael. I like Tim Allen, too. I'm saying he's a piece of shit.
Tim Allen's the fucking man. Why is he a piece of shit? For ratting? Makes him a piece of shit.
Not like, you know, he's still a piece of shit. Just really a piece of shit thing to do. You know who's trying to expose all the pedophiles in Hollywood right now? Elijah Wood. I work with this dude, and he knows a lot about 2 things. He knows a lot about MMA, and he knows a lot about
Okay, so you're about to feel real dumb. Here's what he was arrested for. In 1978, Allen was arrested in the Battle Creek International Airport for possession of 1 pound of cocaine.
Yeah.
No ratting going on. He had a pound of cocaine.
What are you talking about? That doesn't even go into his conviction. It's just, you have to read like it from start to finish.
So you're saying that you read this?
Yeah.
And it said he ratted.
This is old news. This happened a long time ago.
I hope he didn't rat, man.
He did rat. People do bad things sometimes. They're not bad things, just cowardly things sometimes. It happens. You're scared and you're in a bad situation.
All it says here is that he pled guilty to drug trafficking charges.
Yeah, and then he got a much lesser sentence by ratting.
It said he was paroled in 1981. Damn, he did a hard time, dude.
Yeah, he did.
Tim Allen's a G, dude. You're just a hater, man. Dude, I'm not reading nothing here about ratting on somebody, dude. Dude, I think you made that up, man. Just admit that you made it up and I'll stop digging.
No, you can keep digging.
Well, I'm gonna find it eventually.
Well, good. You're gonna have to read.
Damn, he was just a straight drug dealer, dude.
Yeah.
All right. It's going heavy here. In October 1978, Tim Allen was arrested at the Battle Creek International Airport for possession of 1.4 pounds of cocaine. He subsequently pleaded guilty to drug trafficking and provided the names of other dealers in exchange for a sentence of 3 to 7 years instead of possible life. Okay, man, but here's where it gets a little, like, on the ethical side, I guess. Or he 3 to 7 years instead of possible life imprisonment. What the fuck would you do?
Yeah.
What would you do?
So though, he's a rat.
Yeah, you're right. He is. He's a rat. Damn, that's a hard. You're right. He's gonna have it his whole life.
Well, he still has a life now.
Yeah, it's with
and it's $1 million.
In his case, the negative outweighed the positive.
Yeah, big time.
You know what I'm saying? So good for him, man.
Well, you have to do that too.
And I'm sure those guys
if you
didn't
have a
get
wife
anything
and kids,
crazy. And besides, only giving the names doesn't mean they're guilty. He just gave names out, man.
Yeah.
And they're probably his boys. He's like, dude, you guys, they understood. Dude, Tim Allen's still a G in my book, dude.
No, they probably were not his boys.
I think there's an asterisk. Well, I'm assuming they are.
You don't do business with your boys.
You're assuming they're not. I'm assuming they are.
You don't do things like that with your boys. People that you have traffic drugs for you aren't like people you care about, because there's a high risk that shit's gonna go down. There's a bunch of actors who have done bad stuff. You know what's crazy? All the actors who have killed people. Caitlyn Jenner killed somebody.
Yeah, and she's a piece of shit. He's a piece of shit. He fucking, like, was on his phone texting or something and just killed somebody.
Sick
fucking piece of shit, dude. That's such a weirdo, man.
Yeah.
Be a real weirdo, man.
Who else is a piece of shit? The guy from the Godzilla movie?
Okay, but Tim Allen's not a piece of shit, though. He ratted a long time ago. He's not a piece of shit. I'm gonna defend his honor because he's not here to do it for him. Just because he did something, dude, that's bad, dude. To label someone a piece of shit for something they did, but way back then.
He's not still a piece of shit. I said that was really a piece of shit thing to do.
Well, now you're saying that.
I mean, I'll debate with you. He's a piece of shit, man.
It's not, man. You just said he wasn't. So why do you gotta be like that, dude? He's not. You just said it.
I like Tim Allen.
Sometimes your arguments are so crazy, man.
Why? All I did was tell you.
It goes back to like MMA and stuff.
All I did was tell you.
Dude, you were like legit arguing with me that David Branch would like hang with Luke on, and I'm like, dude, maybe, yeah, there's a possibility, but like.
He was hanging with them,
being
and then
like
he wasn't.
A hardcore fan, like, I know there wasn't a chance that he was gonna hang with them.
There wasn't a chance. He was hanging with them.
What?
And then he wasn't hanging with them.
How was he hanging with them?
He hung with them for an entire round. And then
on the ground? Dude, what fight were you watching? He didn't even go to the ground in the first round.
You just said hanging with them. You have to be...
Wait, see, here you go again, dude.
Damn, you're talking about all these crazy-ass specifics, and you're not
How am I talking
them.
specifics? You said he could hang with them. We were just having an hour-long conversation. We're parked over there.
Yeah.
You're gonna act like that whole conversation didn't exist? We were trying to do a podcast about...
You just said that David Branch didn't hang with Luke Rockhold. He did hang with them for the first one. You just threw in on the ground all of a sudden.
No, that's what we were saying. I was saying, you said he could hang with them on the ground. Dude, why are you acting like this?
No, he did not hang with Luke Rockhold on the ground.
Yeah, Luke took him down, got in mount within like seconds. There was no half guard either.
He didn't hang with them.
That's what I'm saying, dude. Like,
I'm off the David Branch train.
Well, he's still good, but Luke's just really good.
I
don't know. David Branch looked like he had better hands than Luke, I think. Luke has good kicks. Really good kicks.
Bob Sapp would be a monster, too, if he tried.
Yeah, that's true. I think a lot of people have better boxing than Luke Rockhold. I think Michael Bisping does. But Luke has just way better kicks, you know? He's a better kickboxer, I'd say. But sometimes boxers beat up kickboxers. You know? Like Nate Diaz and Nick Diaz. They rarely kick. Their kicks suck. Well, I mean, they don't suck, but they're not like Cowboy Cerrone's kicks. If you could pick one MMA fighter and you'd have his fighting style, who would it be?
His fighting style and my body type?
Yeah. Just you right now. But you're like...
Mighty Mouse.
Really?
Fuck yeah, dude.
Yeah, but you're going to be doing things a lot slower because you're so big.
Well, then I guess Donald Cerrone.
That'd be tight. I'd pick Cain Velasquez. This is like ideal for us, you know? It doesn't take like a lot of like crazy finesse. Right? You just kickbox inside, take him down, maul him. That'd be bad. Use jiu-jitsu and just get on top of him. He's not really like well, I guess he is a wrestler, but Dude, Cain Velasquez is so awesome.
Dude, Cain Velasquez, I think first is a kickboxer, and then I think second, he's a wrestler ground and pounder, because you have to start up standing up.
No, you're right. Dude, look what he did to Travis Brown. He heel kicked him.
Dude, he was DJ Johnson, he was Mighty Mousing it.
He's never gonna be healthy.
That's a good choice, Cain Velasquez. I take it back. I want either John Jones or Cain Velasquez.
Yeah, but I just don't feel like I'm not this is John Jones. I can't do those crazy kicks that he does.
You could do those elbows.
I have short arms, you know? My elbows are like 6 inches long.
I was looking at a picture today where we're all in a suit and all of our hands are lined up perfectly, and so I was comparing the way our hands look to each other, and I have some long ass thumbs.
Really?
They're like fingers. Yeah, dude, look at that.
Dude, I mean, they're kind of like similar. Mine are pretty long too. I don't have big hands though. Do you think you do?
I don't know. I think I have like a extra large hand.
I feel like mine are just average.
Or extra large gloves.
Do you?
Yeah, but if I'm doing experiments, I wear the large because I need them to be super duper tight.
You know who has long, creepy fingers? Richard.
Because Richard's supposed to be bigger. He's supposed to be more filled out.
Yes. He's supposed to be about 230. I think.
Yeah, he's supposed to be about 230, not.
He's about 200.
Really?
He's actually 190, 195.
Yeah, he needs about, I would say 40 pounds.
Because it's not like people think like, oh, it's not that much weight that you gain when you're taller, but they don't understand that not only are you getting taller, but your body's like a 6'4" dude isn't just taller than a 5'6".
But he's not like an Oscar 6'4". He's like a wide 6'4".
No, but even Oscar, if you get Oscar's hands and put it next to a small dude, his hands are huge. Like the height doesn't just grow, the body does. His foot's gonna be bigger, right? Like Shaq has a 23.
Those guys are pretty small.
Like some people think that a tall dude like isn't gonna have bigger hands or bigger feet. They're fucking not just taller, but they're bigger. Yeah, Richard's supposed to be about 230, I feel. What about Oscar?
I think Oscar in like.
Oscar's supposed to be about 190.
I feel like Oscar should be he'd be good at 200 if he wasn't so ridiculously out of shape.
200 because he's only 215 now, and his gut
is like 220 something.
Even if he's 220 something, dude, my gut wasn't that big, and I had 40 pounds out of something.
195, but if he gets in shape, I'd say 200. Like if he gets a little bit of muscle.
Dude, it's hard, man. Muscle is hard to put on.
Not all that fat, dude, to work with.
Dude, honestly, since high school, I've only put on 10 pounds of muscle. That's it. And I'm way stronger now, but that's how much 10 pounds of muscle is. It takes years.
I would say I've put on about 5 pounds in a year for the past 2 years.
Yeah. Dude, when I graduated high school, I was 185. I'm 200 now, so 15 pounds of muscle I put on. Like, that's not much. Bodybuilders get so big because they're so lean, you know? There's so much muscle on their
steroids.
Yeah.
Steroids.
It's gotta be steroids.
It has to be.
It's just like such a cheap way to do it.
No, not in bodybuilding. I disagree.
Yeah.
I disagree. If you want to do steroids in bodybuilding, who the fuck are you hurting besides yourself?
Maybe not in anything. It shouldn't be.
No, man. In fighting,
It's fucked up.
In fighting, if the rule is no steroids and you do steroids, that's bad because the other guy didn't have a choice.
But what if everyone was on steroids?
That's different.
But it's your ethical choice not to do it.
Yeah, that's different.
Well, I guess that's what like fucking
Japan
Ryzen's for. Yeah. Everyone's on steroids in Ryzen.
I don't think I would take real steroids, but I might use like a diuretic if I needed one, or I don't know, or
Why
maybe like
a diuretic unless you were cutting a shit ton of weight.
Maybe for that, but yeah, I don't really believe in a lot of that stuff. I think I believe in small supplementation, like BCAA is glutamine.
Yeah, but some people don't consider that small supplementation. Because,
some people consider that big supplementation?
Yeah, because think about it. If you take
carnitine,
let's say glutamine, amino acids, carnitine,
some
BCAAs,
sort of hydrospectral blend,
glucosamine, fish oils, or you could take D-ball and Winstrol. That's only 2 steroids. So and you're only putting 2 artificial things in your body. And these are man-made. I mean, these are things your body makes too, just like BCAAs and glutamine.
That's different.
I'm just saying.
You're talking hormones versus food. Like everything I said is food.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
No, those like your body makes
BCAAs. No, your body doesn't make BCAAs. BCAAs are the BCAAs are the amino acid your body doesn't make on its own.
But I'm just saying it's kind of similar. Like, you're still supplementing, and it's only 2 things instead
It's
of 6
different,
things.
though. It's totally different.
I'm just saying, some people, like, a lot of people that do heavy bodybuilding argue that. And they'll be like, dude, look all the shit you're taking. I'm only taking this, you know?
This is like supplementing, like with the stuff that we're talking about, like the stuff that we take is like supplementing if we had the perfect, like if we had the Rock's money to eat, you know? Like, yeah, have you ever seen that about the Rock's meal prep? And it's like this, you know, it's like ridiculous. It's like $2,000 a week or something on meal prep. Like, if we had that kind of option, you know, I'd probably be doing that instead. You know, have a cook, not to worry about anything.
Be so awesome. He takes supplements also.
But
you know, he's probably on steroids.
He's probably on steroids.
He's a big dude.
Fucking,
I mean, he's big
on
now.
those good Hollywood steroids.
I mean, dude, when he was 15, he was huge. He also
his
has
lower body.
It's also a combination with genetics, though. He has great genetics. The best. Look at his dad.
The Rock might not be on steroids. I don't know. I don't care. I don't care.
I like to think not. Unless you think Conor, I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt. Unless you're
Brazilian.
Brazilian.
But who cares if he is?
Unless you're Brazilian.
He's not a fighter. He's not a. Even if he was a pro wrestler, like, who cares? It's his choice.
Some people, I would care a little bit. I'm not going to lie. Like,
I think most people are on steroids.
Like, Brock failing that USADA test really, really bugged me.
That bugged me too, but that's because he's a fighter.
But it also wasn't steroids. I still say that. It was a diuretic. So, what the fuck is that, you know? Same thing that John Jones posed for his first time.
Yeah. They were probably,
both buying the same Mexican dick pills.
They were probably hanging out with the same people.
Nah, I don't think so. I'm just saying, like, he didn't fell for steroids. Now John Jones fell for steroids. You know, now it's like, oh fuck, like, this is steroids.
Man, fuck John Jones, man. He fucking sucks.
Dude, how can you do that, dude?
That sucks.
It really does, like, really bugs me.
And the tainted supplement excuses, it's just kind of garbage to me. How are you John Jones? You can't get the best supplements.
That's a good point.
How are you not having your supplements checked because you've already gotten in trouble twice with shit?
That's the thing. Like, if it's negligence again, that's 2 years. Like, negligence would be if he's taking a supplement that you didn't. But like, how could you not learn?
This is your job. This is what you get paid millions of dollars for.
What's your agent? Dude, it was steroids, man. The steroid that he took, powerlifters will take it before a meet because it's in your body and it makes you rage, like you want to kill something. You get this long adrenaline, and then it's out of your system in hours sometimes. That's why bodybuilders take it. So it only makes sense because bodybuilders get tested too, you know, and it helps for the short burst of time. It only makes sense for him to take it to go in there and want to kill GC, you know what I mean? It gives you that rage where he's not scared, and then it's out of his system, you know, like quick, you know. But
what about all these people saying that
because it wasn't in his post fight, it was his pre-fight right before he walked out. So, and it was out in an hour, you know? Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
That's what people are forgetting to say.
What about all the new arguments that are saying that, like, oh, almost every supplement in GNC is tainted?
46 supplements, yeah.
Why would all these supplements be tainted with this hardcore shit that's super expensive? I'm sure
it's true, but dude, like, the supplement companies know what they're doing. They know what's in there. It is in there, but they're doing it so it's like, hey, okay, you don't want to buy steroids, but buy the same shit. Buy this. You can go on underground forums and find all this, man. Yeah. You know, like, there's steroids and supplements.
All right, well, I literally make a supplement at my work. Not like me by myself, but my process, right? And there's no way, the only way, okay, so check this out.
You're right, you're in
so
this
listen to this, right? So let's talk about our protein, right? Our protein is, it's whey protein, cool, right? And it has to be a minimum of 90% whey protein. And it usually gets about 93 to 95% whey protein, right? And we test it for heavy metals, you know, your big four, cadmium, arsenic, lead, and mercury. And then we test it for a range of micros, and then we test it for anything else that should be in there, you know? So we don't necessarily test for things that shouldn't be in there except for pesticides and illegal substances.
And you guys don't develop the stuff, do you?
Well, there is, like, they will catch it because it'll come up as an ID for something at a different stage.
Damn, it's that
advanced? Well, just because there's different kinds of ID. On the same supplement, you know, it'll get a couple different kinds of ID. It'll probably get HPLC, or HPTLC, and that's pretty accurate, you know? And so if it came up as Turinabol, they would be like, oh shit, what the fuck? Like, hey, this came up as 95% Turinabol. And, you know, it'd be like, all right, well, that's pretty weird. Let's rerun it. And so they would probably do like 5 to 6 retests.
It wouldn't be 95%. It'd be like 10% maybe. Turinabol. Would you catch something that small?
No, you wouldn't. You wouldn't catch something like that.
It's not going to all be terminable. It's going to be what you're buying and then shit in it.
So the only way for there to be tainted supplements at my level is if it happened before in like China, which is super possible.
That's what we're saying.
That's super possible.
We're talking about overseas, non-regulated shit.
No, but I'm talking about raw materials. So let's say though China, there has been issues with like over the years. Like let's say we buy 1,000 kilos of vitamin C from China, right? We'll get it. There's been a lot of issues where it's not, as much vitamin C as they say it is. So what's that other stuff? It's usually cheap stuff like magnesium.
Get your money back?
Well, yeah, but this is just, I'm talking about all industries, all fields, all companies in this industry.
What the fuck do they think? You're not going to test it?
Yeah. That's why you try not to go through China, except for the shit that's just that much cheaper out of China.
But you see that it can't happen, especially like shit. Dude, I'm telling you, dude, like, have you ever heard of the dark web? There's like another side of the internet. Like, dude, like, you can go for steroids, and like, that's where all my friends would get their steroids. Like, and we knew one guy, I'm not gonna mention him, but he's like this older dude, and he would do it all. If you know the right people, you're in the right career field, like mine, But yeah, man. So, if somebody, obviously there's dudes out there supplying, all the doctors, you find them on the dark web, like, the guys who Peyton Manning and all those guys are going through, A-Rod, those high levels, like, dude, you don't find them, like, it's not like, oh, I know this guy, like, it's one dude that handles all of it, it all goes through him. That's what I've learned, man. I feel like it.
Yeah, there's definitely a monopoly on all that stuff.
Dude, it's crazy, dude. Like, honestly, like, you could look it up. There's a real, like, other side of the internet.
Yeah, I already know. The ethics behind that is that's where all the child rape goes on. So you're not supposed to use it.
Dude, it's way more than child rape, man.
Yeah.
It's everything.
It's everything.
That's what has fully automatic weapons.
The Silk Wire website, dude, where you could buy drugs.
We can never get on it. There's no one that we would ever know that we'd be able to get access to.
What are you talking about? It's easy to get on it.
No, it's not.
It's not super hard to get on it.
I heard that it's hard as fuck.
I wouldn't do it on my own computer because I don't think I have the kind of computers for it.
I don't even think Oscar could do it, man.
I'm sure Oscar could do it.
You would have to know a real hacker, like.
No, what's his name? That white guy I used to hang out with used to do it.
Who?
I'm not gonna say names.
I don't think so, man. But yeah, I heard like a lot of child rape and like used to sell kids on there. Yeah. Sell them, sell babies, buy, like, it's crazy, dude. How does the government not shut that shit down?
It's too hard to shut down, but you try to do that to catch people.
I heard it's never ending. Like, you can never. Yeah, it's almost impossible to find people, huh?
Be a hard field to work in if you were a cop.
That's terrifying, dude. There's like a whole other side of the universe. Dude, what if John Jones is? That's crazy.
John Jones is just a junkie.
He's such a piece of shit, dude. Why is he taking these crazy high level? Dude, like, you can't just go find this shit, dude. That's like, the steroid that he takes is like thousands of dollars. That's what I'm saying. You have to know someone deep, dark into that, Like, to be able to, dude, that's like a Russian-made steroid from like the 1950s.
So if it's so expensive, why would they be finding it in GNC products? Doesn't make sense.
Maybe in small doses.
Like, that's what I'm saying. That wouldn't happen at my company.
In small doses, though. So it's like just enough to give you that feel where it's not really a steroid, but you're still getting like some of the benefit,
Some stuff is real expensive. I can't imagine it would ever be cost efficient. Yeah, no. It wouldn't happen at my level because we credit out to people too. So we wouldn't want to credit out to somebody like that.
Well, and you guys offer that you guarantee it's not on the banned substance list. A lot of companies don't do that,
But, okay, in that case, if, let's say, some material that we do get from China, like calcium stearate, we get it from China, if it's not happening there, then it would have to happen at my level, the steroid, putting the illegal substances in, I think. It would have to happen at my level, at some shady-ass, company.
Damn, you're right.
Because all those distributors are getting regulated on just as much as we are. Dang, it's pretty hard. I'm not buying this tainted supplement bullshit, man.
Yeah, man.
I'm just not buying it. It's not the easiest thing in the world. It happens, but it's not.
Yeah, and then why if it's a tainted supplement? Nah, it doesn't make sense. He took a dose.
Because you couldn't have the stamps that my company has without getting high marks in like the NSF audits.
He popped the pill right before he went out there. Then it was out of his system in an hour. That's crazy. That's crazy, dude. Like, then dude, it's expensive. Like, he needs to know high level, like.
But that's how random drug testing in USADA catches people. Because it's pretty fucking random.
Yeah, they got him right before.
Yeah, it's pretty fucking random for the most part.
He's such a piece of shit. He's still denying it. He'll deny it till he dies.
Yeah, he will deny it till he dies.
He'll never come clean about it.
His kid's life on it.
Even if he gets a 4-year ban and they're like, dude, if you just come clean, he'll take the 4 years and he'll say till he dies, oh, I never did it. But he'll be the only. And he's so crazy that he'll convince himself he didn't do it probably. Like, oh, yeah, that was a BCA. Yeah, he said it was a BCA. You know, like, he's crazy.
Yeah, he's nuts.
Dude, fuck John Jones.
He's pretty awful. You know who I do like? Daniel Cormier.
DC's the man.
I don't think Daniel Cormier should fight John Jones again, though. I don't think it's good for his health, man. I don't think he's the same after that kick.
He'll be too old. He even says, like, I'll be too old in 4 years. You know, he's like, it'll be over. I'll be 40-something.
You didn't see the 10-minute clip he came out with where he said, I think it was an edit from his podcast, Talker podcast, whatever it's called. He said that he's pretty sure John Jones will get a year and that he's ready to fight him.
That'd be great.
That his number one goal was always, how am I going to get that third fight with John Jones?
I did hear that. I heard that.
And now I have it.
Damn, what a G, dude. Yeah. He's still... You gotta be a real G to get your ass kicked twice by someone and still want to fight them. What a legend, man.
Daniel Cormier is the man.
Oh my gosh. Should I pick the right dude to follow? And my boy Luke, dude, coming through. Beating the brakes off David Branch. Poor guy had to tap out in strikes.
Man, what a pussy.
2nd degree black belt, just sliced it on like butter, dude. He does that to people, man. He did the same thing to Machida. The same positions, dude. He has the best, like, mount, man.
You know who else up to strikes? GSP.
Yeah, but I forgot to check that. I believe you. I just want to see it for myself. I know that he lost, but I thought he just tapped out to an armbar.
I'm pretty sure that was when the alien stuff started. When he started talking about aliens stealing his time. Dude, GSP's nuts,
serious? That fool must see some heavy shit.
Yeah, no, he's I don't know.
Do you think he was being serious though?
I think he was cussed and he was really going paranoid crazy, being so, you know, he'd had a lot of punches to the head. They were talking about that. Like he's had a lot of fights.
Jesus, dude, he's a beast, dude. Look at all these killers that he's beating. Look at this, Johnny Hendricks, Nick, and you know, we're talking about Johnny Hendricks in his prime, you know. Nick Diaz, Carlos Condit, Jake Shields,
all these guys in their
Dan
prime.
Hardy, Thiago Alves, BJ Penn, John Fitch, Matt Serra, dude, what a resume!
That's a pretty awesome last top 10, but all those people are no longer in their prime. Not one of them.
Well, these happened years ago. Matt Hughes, Josh Koscheck, Matt Serra, he lost to. Matt Hughes, he won. So he fought Matt Hughes 3 times. Jesus Christ! Look at all these. Oh wait, armbar. I told you. Not strikes, armbar. I told you. GSP never tapped out the strikes, bro.
Pretty sure GSP tapped out the strikes.
No, man. No way. I could look it up.
Look it up.
I have so many dislikes. I love these videos. I love when they have like Russian music or whatever. Oh, that's Matt Serra. What the fuck? You want to just watch this anyway? I like when he comes out with that like crazy like.
I like it when they come out in the gi.
Dude.
I hope Reebok makes a gi.
He has a gi and his karate shit. What a legend, man. It's hard not to like GSP though. Look at him, he's Catholic. That's awesome. And Matt Serra's cool. He's tiny.
Yeah, he's like a little turtle.
Jesus, dude, he looks like John Jones DC. Oh, fuck.
How tall is GSP?
5'10", 5'11".
He looks like a midget.
Oh my god. Boom!
Matt Serra looks like a midget.
And he hits like a Mac. Oh, he put him away, dude. That's brutal. Oh, that's brutal. Stop the fight, bro. Who is that? Oh my god, no wonder why GSP took 2 years off of that. Look at him. Oh, dude, why did he let him take so much damage? It's because he was a champ. Huh. He wanted to make sure he was out.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Oh, that's sad, man.
He was tapping. This is the fight. Look at it. Go back.
Dude, he was knocked out, dude. How was he tapping if he was not? No, he knocked him out, dude.
Too sure he was tapping.
Yeah, you crazy.
He tapped. With his right hand. Look at his right hand.
Dude, no, he knocked him out. His right hand, okay? He's out, look.
Right there.
You're just saying shit again. I'm saying it.
I'm gonna look that up.
Dude, he was knocked out. How could he tap? It was his body going like this, bouncing. Like that. The referee touched him, too. Are you looking it up?
Yeah.
Let me see.
GSP taps and strikes against Sarah. Boom.
Let me see, where?
Look, you watch the video. Hello. Right there. Look at his right hand. His right hand is the one that's bent over like this. He's going like this. Yeah, he taps.
I don't see it, man. I'm trying to, but I don't. But he was knocked out. Like, he didn't wake up for a while. This is known. It's just his body reacting, man. He never admitted to tapping. He's just trying to defend, dude. He was out for a while, man. He was knocked out. Oh, look at him.
Is check if that's a knockout or a tap to strikes?
Okay. Yeah, you're right. I don't know. We just didn't do that.
Well, that's the one there's controversy.
Yeah, there's always going to be people saying shit, but let's see what Sherdog says. Who was that? Messer, right?
Messer.
Submission.
Go up.
TKO punches. Yeah, it wasn't a tap, man.
Well, then there's a controversy.
He was just like,
about it.
dude, when you're getting knocked, you don't know what the fuck you're doing.
I don't know. It looked like he tapped. It looked like he tapped, but the referee saved it right before.
Really?
Yeah, it did. It looked like he tapped, but the referee was already stopping it. He talks about it. GSP has made statements about it.
Really? Alright, let me see.
He's like, I had to tap. It was the aliens. He made a statement about it when he was about to fight BJ Penn.
The fight where GSP taps to strikes. Is this real? I don't even see what you're talking about in the video.
I heard this on a podcast today. I don't know which one.
Which one?
I don't know. Maybe Joe.
That?
No, I was listening to Joe Rogan. I was listening to Michael Bisping.
Who cares? Yeah, I mean, sometimes you gotta tap. I feel it, you know. But how come GSP never talks about it?
He did talk about it when he was about to fight BJ Penn.
Damn, did he really?
The referee had already stopped it, though.
Dude, if this is true, then David Branch is a real pussy, dude. Both of them.
Yeah, must be a New York East Coast thing.
Alright, hold on. Matt, St. Pierre didn't intend. He came back strong, blah, blah, blah. But then Messer comes along and messes everything up. I won't bore you with the details, but rushed it, in fact. Tap this. Okay, this is an art. Let's see what he has to say. What am I going to say? Well, St. Pierre's are the toughest. But how come he doesn't admit it? These aren't him saying it. It has to be him, you know?
He has talked about it. It should be a video.
GSP seems to have an air. You little bitch.
He came back, he had like 15 more fights, so...
Alright, there is a debate on whether or not GSP actually tapped on the mat against Sarah, but he was clearly rocked and was consciously taking punches from a mountain at Sarah. That's very heads. If you can see if someone can find a Jeff Messer does connect with the punch GSP's arm as the GSP is attempting to roll away, obviously forcing it forward. Yeah, that's what I saw towards the mat. But there is... See, but like, this is all speculation. Unless GSP says it to me, how could it's hard to like say that?
Look up BJ Penn talking about GSP tapping the strikes.
This is one that I know he did. Did Shogun Rua tap out the strikes for strong joints? I do think he did on that.
I also think Forrest Griffin gave up against Anderson Silva. I don't think he tapped, but it looked like he gave up at the end.
Say that one more time?
That Forrest Griffin gave up against Anderson Silva.
Yeah, no, I don't know. Did that bugs me that you don't like that one? Because I think, dude, Forrest Griffin's one of the toughest dudes, man.
Yeah, I love that fight.
But dude, he was
looks
knocked out. He was so. If you hear him talk about it, dude, like Dana White wanted to like fire. You need to hear Dana White talk about it. He wanted to fire Forrest Griffin for running out of the octagon, but Forrest Griffin says that he just couldn't face the humiliation. He can't believe that he was knocked out, you know? Dude, when you get knocked out, sometimes you come back fast.
You're all fucked
and
up.
Your arm flies like...
You're not in the right state of mind.
No, but sometimes you wake up fast and you're not out for a while. Sometimes it's like you get hit and then you come back. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you come back to life sometimes, you know? That's what I think, man.
Sure, it's tough. Especially jiu-jitsu schools, man, it's tough.
It's tough. It's good that we have each other, you know?
Right now,
Andy.
If you think about it, dude, people don't have guys like us, man. Like,
this guy probably 200 pounds. It's crazy. That's it. What a fight, man, huh? Isn't that crazy? Luke Rocco, I'll tell you, dude, when that guy gets people down.
We have a lot of big people, if you think about it.
yeah, we don't have a lot of good big people.
Andy's good.
Yeah, I'd say the three of us are good training partners for each other.
You don't see a lot of tap outs due to strikes. A lot of people
I like that big guy that I call the Giant. I think he's a good training partner just to practice stuff on big persons.
Oh, that dude? Yeah, I mean, he's good. He's good training.
He's good training.
I mean, if you have to go hard, but you beat him.
Yeah.
I mean, I beat him.
He's beatable. He's beatable, but like you try shit on him.
I don't think he expected me to be the first time we rolled because I arm triangled him like pretty easily, you know. And like after he was like, "Yo, man," like it was no-gi. The first time I ever rolled him, he was like, "Yo, man, like, what belt are you, bro?" And I was like, "I'm a white belt, dude." He's like, "Dude, honestly, like, I thought you were a purple belt, man." He was like, "I don't know how you got me so fast," and like he thought it was like a fluke, you know. Then we like that was in the middle of the 5-minute rule. I was like a minute into it that he talked to me like that, and the next like 4 minutes.
Yeah, but you had already killed him mentally.
No, he thought it was a fluke. He was like, "Oh, I just wasn't like expecting that." Okay, you know. And then he was like, "Oh,
you broke his spirit."
Yeah, dude, my clinch game is pretty good, man. I'll get people close, dude, with that strong Muay Thai clinch, you know, and like I'll manipulate one of their arms, man. Like I'll drag one of their arms and just.
I was thinking about that a lot today. Hold up, about breaking people's spirits. You know, like
it's a good feeling, dude.
But also too, I think like nobody knows how they're gonna act. Like the tapping a strike. Nobody knows how they're gonna act until they're in that situation.
Yeah.
You could call this dude a bitch for tapping the strikes, but you don't know until you're in that situation whether or not you would tap the strikes.
That's a solid point. Yeah, but like I feel like we can like within ourselves we can discuss this and it's fun. But like I would never say this to his face because I would never go in there. I mean I would maybe with all the but like I haven't. I won't. You know what I'm saying? Like he's way more of a G than us. Like
I know myself.
He's a
I wouldn't.
Fucking UFC fighter, dude. He'd beat both of us at the same time.
Yeah, I know you're right, but I know myself. I wouldn't tap the strikes. I have been tested
okay,
one
but
way.
What if you had a wife and kids? Would you?
Well, it's different.
Yeah, exactly. He has a wife and kids. You know.
Yeah. But it's different. But I know that I wouldn't have tapped the strikes.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know, man.
I know that because I don't know for 100% if I wouldn't tap the strikes, but I do know that everybody says, you know, black out before you tap out, blah, 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 and like, oh, you know.
Those are for submissions. They're not talking strikes.
I know,
It's
but people
like
always say that. People always say, oh, you know, you gotta, you know, you don't tap to a rear naked choke. It's like, just like a thing, you know, it's
tap.
I know, but it's just like a thing. In competition, you wouldn't tap to a rear naked choke, but you don't really know if you have that in you until you're in that situation.
I don't really think so, dude. In competition, people would say that. I think it's more in a fight.
Yeah, it's just like a little stereotype. It's just like a little stereotype, you know, like you go out, like in that situation, you go out, you don't tap.
Those jiu-jitsu people that say that and like related to fighting are kind of pussies because they don't know what it's like having a 220-pound Luke Rockhold dropping heavy punches in the back of your head. Like that's like potentially career-ending shit. That's why the referee in this corner, like honestly, Chris Weidman, I honestly feel from the bottom of my heart will never be as good as the day he fought Luke.
Because he took too much damage?
Yeah, and everyone knows it, dude. Even the way he talks now is a little slower. Like, he's not the same, dude. Like, it changed him. You know? And who knows? Like, thank God that, like, DC only took 2 extra punches. Chris Weidman, just because he wasn't getting knocked out, doesn't mean those didn't have the exact same effect. And, dude, he took about 6 minutes of that, dude.
Yeah.
I kind of want to watch that fight tonight.
Me too.
That's a good fight. It is a good fight, all of it, but there's a lot of damage at stake. I kind of just want to see all the damage that's taking place.
Yeah. Chris Weidman, he's always talked like a Rocky though. He's always had like a punchy talk.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard to do a good Chris Weidman.
I like Chris Weidman, man. But his corner shouldn't have let him take that much damage.
I don't think that's not the fight. That's not on the fighter though. That's on the corner.
Fuck, dude,
he's a fighter. Dude, he's supposed to keep going. Dude, that's the issue I have with David Ranch. He's the fighter. Damage. He's supposed to keep going.
Dude, I really respect Chris Weidman.
I thought you were gonna say David Brent.
Dude, but dude, I have to say something about Chris Weidman. He was looking for a way out in that Musasi fight. He didn't want to lose 3 in a row like that, and he knew it was coming. He knew that third loss was coming, man. Mousasi was destroying him, dude.
Man.
Dude, he was looking for a way out, though. You even know it, dude. Damn, dude. Why did he have to...
Why did he have to walk up to that song?
Dude, he had a lot to lose, man, because he was like, dude, I can't lose 3 in a row like
yeah,
this,
but these guys are fighters.
At least if I lose 3 in a row this way, it's controversy.
Yeah,
you know?
I'm a huge Chris Weidman fan. I forgive him for that one just because I'm a big fan.
Yeah, just like I forgive Tim Allen.
But I don't think Chris Weidman's a coward. I kind of think that a tiny bit about David Branch.
No, David Branch is, dude, he's
not a coward, but...
not the right word to say, dude.
Yeah, I guess it's not the right word, but yeah. I just didn't like that he's
okay, like, you don't like it, but he's not a coward, you know?
I guess, but the corner should have did something.
Yeah.
What is it? I don't know. I just don't like that he did that. As a fighter, tapping his strikes, I feel like it's kind of like a death sentence to your career. Like, mentally, like, it's like, oh, I know I'm capable of this.